some point, I had to ask myself a difficult question. Are we actually compatible, or does it just feel familiar? You can feel strong chemistry with someone. You can laugh with them, enjoy their presence, feel drawn toward them, and still be completely incompatible. The complicated part isn't that the relationship doesn't work, it's that it works just enough for you to keep staying. For a long time, I thought compatibility meant liking the same things, the same food, the same shows, the same little routines, shared habits that feel easy and familiar. And it does feel good, comfortable, predictable. But honestly, that isn't compatibility. That's simply having shared interests. I also used to believe that disagreement meant something was wrong, that if a relationship was right, it would always feel calm and effortless. No tension, no friction. But disagreement on its own doesn't mean anything is broken. Most of the time, it simply means two different people are present. Somewhere along the way, compatibility became misunderstood. It turned into liking the same things, or rarely disagreeing. But none of that explains whether a relationship can last. Real compatibility is quieter than chemistry, less noticeable, but far more stable. It's about whether two people's values, priorities, communication styles, and ways of handling challenges can exist together without constant strain. Not perfectly, just in a way that feels sustainable. Because when core values don't align, connection can start to feel heavy over time. For example, one person might value experiences, travel, movement, creating memories. Another might value stability, saving, and structure. Neither approach is wrong, but when these differences aren't aligned, even simple decisions can feel difficult. Not because of the decision itself, but because of what it represents. The same thing happens with growth. One person may feel fulfilled by learning, changing, and evolving. The other may feel grounded by consistency and familiarity. Over time, one may feel held back, the other may feel pushed. Not because either is wrong, but because they're moving in different directions. Compatibility isn't about effort, it's about direction. It's about whether you're generally moving toward the same kind of life, even if your pace isn't identical. Some differences are simple, but significant. One person wants children, the other doesn't. That difference doesn't fade with time. It usually becomes clearer. Other differences show up in how people communicate. Some people need to talk things through right away. Others need time to reflect first. Some express themselves directly. Others speak more indirectly. None of these styles are better or worse, but when they don't align, misunderstandings become frequent. The same is true for how people handle tension. Some want resolution quickly. Some need space before reconnecting. Compatibility isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about whether challenges can be handled without creating distance. Another important thing to notice is this: strong chemistry can exist without compatibility. Connection, attraction, meaningful conversations, all of that can be real, but chemistry on its own isn't a foundation. It's an experience. And sometimes compatibility feels almost too quiet to notice. It doesn't create emotional highs. It doesn't feel dramatic. It simply feels steady. Over time, that steadiness becomes important. Chemistry without compatibility can feel intense but unstable. Compatibility without chemistry can feel like friendship. When both exist together, relationships tend to feel balanced and grounded. If I'm being honest, compatibility isn't romantic. It's practical. It's about noticing how life feels with someone over time, whether communication feels clearer or more confusing, whether decisions feel shared or strained. And when alignment isn't there, feelings alone don't usually create it. Skills can improve, understanding can grow, but alignment is something that either exists or doesn't. Maybe compatibility isn't about liking the same things. Maybe it's about wanting a similar life, about understanding each other without constant effort, about not repeating the same misunderstandings again and again. That's it. That's what compatibility really feels like. And maybe the most honest question to ask yourself is this: am I staying because it feels right, or because it feels familiar? Here, what you feel finally gets words. If this resonates, this space is for you.